coming up tonight on the news at 6.
Hopefully we'll be wading through waist-high grasses that have come back in a big way.
Despite fire, a Helena restoration project pushes through. Plus, one tough turkey's survival skills save him from the elements and the dinner table.
From Montana's news leader, this is MTN News at 6.
Good evening. Welcome to the News at 6 and happy Thanksgiving, everyone. I'm Marian Davidson. Thanks for joining us. Well, our top story tonight: in September, the Bird's Eye Fire burned hundreds of acres around a stream restoration project outside Helena. But that has not stopped work from going forward. MTN's Jonathan Ambarian has the latest.
Currently, much of the 7 Mile Creek property looks empty after it was blackened by the fast-moving Bird's Eye wildfire 2 months ago. But in just a year or two, there will be a very different environment here.
Well, hopefully we'll be wading through waist-high grasses that have come back in a big way.
For more than 3 years, Prickly Pear Land Trust has been working on restoring 7 Mile Creek to reduce erosion, improve habitat, and reduce flooding downstream. When the fire came through the property, it didn't damage the stream work they had already done, and PPLT says that burning off the surrounding vegetation actually gave them an opportunity. Last week, they reseeded about half of the property with native grasses. They used a tractor to spread the seeds and a harrow to break up the soil. The goal is to establish native plants and limit invasive species.
We weren't planning on doing this, but because the fire cleared everything out, we kind of have a blank slate.
This week, they also reached another milestone in restoring the creek itself, redirecting water into a newly built, more natural channel. As part of that, Montana Fish, Wildlife and Parks was on hand to help move fish out of the old channel. They used a low-voltage electric shock to stun the fish, then put them in buckets and carried them upstream.
The fish know when the channel gets closed, and so they instinctually move downstream as the water lowers in the old channel. But what we're doing is basically removing as many fish as we possibly can to benefit the stream as a whole.
PPLT leaders say they're excited to see the next section of the creek take shape.
It really kind of just puts kind of an exclamation point on the success of the project, and just you're able to see kind of the good we're doing right away.
There's still a stretch further downstream where crews need to finish the new channel. Prickly Pear Land Trust hopes to have the entire project finished by the end of the year. At 7 Mile Creek, Jonathan Ambarian, MTN News.
FWP says they will likely be back out at 7 Mile Creek in the coming days to check if any fish were stuck in the old channel as it dries out. And now it's time for First Weather with Chief Meteorologist Curtis Grevenitz. Happy Thanksgiving, Curtis.
Yes, happy Thanksgiving, Marion. Happy Thanksgiving, everybody. Some people ate Thanksgiving outside here. I thought might have a little bit of some cold turkey if you did that, but the Nordells and the Bakers making it happen like they always do. Fun group right there, enjoying some of the nice weather that we had outside. Or if you chose to go inside, take a look at the Farnhams. That is a real fancy spread right there. I hope that table is a little cleaned up after everybody eats. And how about the Lamottes or the Lamottes? Thank you for sending in this picture. Nice little gathering right there, maybe a little birthday as well. Thanks for sending in your pictures here. I'll be showing some more pictures later on this evening. Just go to my Facebook page and send them right there. But are you stuffed from dinner? Well, you'll be stuffed with sunshine over the next several days. And we've got a bubble of high pressure developing, but we could be bursting that bubble with a shot of snow. I'll let you know when a few flakes could be a-flying coming up in the forecast.
All right, thanks for that, Curtis. A composite of state and locally reported data shows Montana's COVID-19 case total has passed 60,000. More than 15,000 of those are active cases. 2 more deaths have been reported since last night, bringing Montana's COVID-19 death total to 681. MTN is using a combination of sources to deliver the most accurate count on cases each day. Local county health departments may be alerted to cases before Montana DPHHS. So, using that local data means there will be times when MTN COVID-19 data does not align with the state report. Well, new tonight at 6, Carroll College launched their Health Professions Initiative this year. It's an effort to introduce students to new fields related to healthcare. This week, they announced their latest addition to the initiative. MTN's Alexia Guayo reports.
Carroll College announced a new master's program in social work as part of their Health Professions Initiative. The program will be in a hybrid setting, meaning both online and on campus. Carroll says they chose a hybrid program because they want to reach students all across the state to meet the high demand of social workers and mental health workers during this pandemic.
The need for employees who are prepared at the master's level with a master's degree in social work, focused on clinical licensure, is absolutely critical. And the demand is going to continue.
The Bureau of Labor Statistics projects that social work career options will increase by 16% through 2026 with employment opportunities in behavioral health, healthcare, and more. Carroll says Montana has a consistent need for social workers. They've received support from healthcare organizations. The CEO of St. Peter's Health, Wade Johnson, said in a press release, quote, "The pandemic has created monumental stress on the healthcare industry, and this program can help address our challenges," end quote. Carroll College has hired Dr. James Petrovich as the director of the master's program in social work. Since the 1990s, Petrovich has served in the social work industry as a social worker and carries academia experience. He says he does feel pressure, but is confident about starting the new program.
I tend to put pressure on myself, but I'm also feeling some external pressure too, because I think that this program is needed so much. Organizations in the community and the broader community they're yearning for it. And so as much as possible, I want to do a good job.
Carroll College have begun implementing their Health Professions Initiative. This fall began a certificate program in healthcare administration. The accelerated nursing program begins in May before the Masters in Social Work next fall. In Helena, I'm Alexi Guayo, MTN News.
Carroll College says they are also considering adding another master's program in public health and a doctorate nurse practitioner degree. And many people are likely feeling thankful tonight after receiving a free Thanksgiving meal from the Great Falls Rescue Mission. The rescue mission usually serves a sit-down meal, but because of the pandemic, this year's meal was to go. The mission prepared 600 meals. 200 of those were served to people staying at the mission. The director says finding a way to help the community amid the pandemic is very important.
There's so many people that are in need right now. Pandemic's done a number on a number of families, number of individuals. You know, if we get 400 people out here, we'll hit our 600, and if we don't, we'll be eating leftovers for a while.
The rescue mission also set up a drive-through on Tuesday and handed out meals for families to take home and cook themselves. And still ahead on the news at 6, the survival story of one tough turkey.
Montana's news leader. You're watching MTN News at 6.
Welcome back to the news at 6. Thanks for spending some of your Thanksgiving with us. This time of year, most big turkeys are destined for the dinner table, but one Teton County tom is safe from being basted, thanks in large part to winter survival skills. MTN's Tim McGonigal has the story.
A brisk November wind doesn't bother Wishbone, a nearly 50-pound tom turkey living on Lori Ward's family ranch near Power.
He was in the snow for at least 5 days, underneath about 4 feet of snow.
Each year, the family raises 2 turkey chicks, ultimately destined to become Thanksgiving and Christmas dinner. This year, those dubious honors were going to go to Wishbone and Charlotte, but a bitter November blizzard threw a wrench in the plans.
There was a couple days where we couldn't even get out to the pens, so we had fed them a lot, enough to survive for those couple days, but when we came out to find them, make sure they were okay, and to feed them again, all we found was Charlotte.
With Wishbone nowhere to be found, the fear was someone else may be feasting on the big bird.
We really thought maybe the coyotes got him, because we looked everywhere, couldn't find him.
Lori's husband dug a trench in the turkey's snow-covered pen to see if he could locate Wishbone, thinking he may be frozen. Days later, it was Lori's grandson Chase who was feeding the other animals and made the welcome discovery.
I heard another distant sound, and I was like, what is that sound? And so I walked in the pen, I looked around in the snow, and I almost thought he wasn't there. And then I checked in a small corner, and there he was. I found a little bank of snow, and there it was right in a little hole, and boom, his head popped right out of the hole.
Chase could barely contain his excitement.
I ran into the house, and I told Grandma, the turkey's still alive. You'll never believe this. It was a miracle.
Lori says maybe it was the massive amount of feathers that helped Wishbone survive. And after an ordeal like that, she didn't have the heart to make a meal out of him.
After all that trauma, we thought, Chase said, we can't eat him now.
I said I love that guy when I found him.
Near Power, Tim McGonigal, MTN News.
All right, and with another look at the weather, Chief Meteorologist Curtis Grevenitz.
Man, those parents, that's pretty rough, naming their child Wishbone, right? Those parents must be a bunch of turkeys. But this is not Wishbone, but the Ackermans sending in their classic Thanksgiving turkey. I'm sharing some families' pictures, and I'll have the forecast too, I guess, coming up right after this.
Weather starts now with Chief Meteorologist Curtis Grevenitz.
All right, welcome back, everybody. Happy Thanksgiving to you all. A family picture from the Irises. Somebody's pretty happy there and doing some good social distancing around the table, looking like really enjoying Thanksgiving dinner. How about the Deweys? Yeah, you're speaking to my heart and my belly right there with some shrimp cocktail. Who else does a little shrimp cocktail on Thanksgiving? Rain in Spain. That is a very elegant setting right there. Nice deviled eggs. And over to the Holstads. That's a whole lot of food right there. Probably not looking the same from when they sent it to me. The Hegums. That is a decadent looking, what do you think that is? Carrot cake? Or
I think, yeah, carrot cake.
Looks like a carrot cake either way.
It looks good.
Something. Save us a little piece of that. But happy Thanksgiving. Sharing some more pictures hopefully tonight at 10. Thank you for everybody for sending your pictures in. Literally freezing in Great Falls right now with a wind chill of about 22 degrees. But really, yeah, it was a little windy out there. A pleasant day though with the amount of sunshine and just able to get outside and able to move about without having to deal with feet of snow. 36 degrees in Helena with a west wind 12 miles per hour, and it feels like 28 degrees. Current temperatures in the state, 20s and 30s here for the most part. We're heading down into the teens and 20s tonight. The wind, yeah, it was noticeable out there today, kind of hard to avoid. However, the wind will be getting stronger, especially along the Rocky Mountain front and out of across north central Montana as we go through tonight and tomorrow. Tomorrow, high wind warning goes into effect here for the Rocky Mountain front and a little further out through Liberty and Toole counties as well, but some really strong winds across the High Line and north central Montana tomorrow. However, not as much wind in the valley locations here of western and southwestern Montana. You head up north of Helena, up through around Augusta, and there will be some strong wind, but not so much wind in the Helena Valley. Heading into Saturday, though, the wind is back for everybody. We've got a little minor front that will be moving through, so looking at some stiff winds through Saturday afternoon. On the radar, we had a couple of snow showers, northeast Montana here. Adding to the spirit of the holiday, if you will, and also a couple of rain showers up into the northeast part of the country, but otherwise very quiet weather for a lot of the country. Now looking ahead, quiet weather continues here for Montana. Tomorrow again, a really nice bright Black Friday. Saturday, a minor little front goes through that will enhance the wind. There may be a couple of isolated snow showers into north central Montana, but really no accumulation with that system coming through on Saturday. Sunday, a nice sunny day, a little breezy across the plains. Now, snow is back in the forecast here for Monday night into Tuesday. Just a little light snow here as we have a low pressure that will kind of break the bubble, so to speak, the bubble of high pressure. This is going to come through and provide just a couple of snow showers Monday, also Tuesday, but we're back in the bubble. Heading into Wednesday, high pressure dominates once again. For Thursday as well. For Friday, likely into the weekend, we'll see sunny skies and above average temperatures for most locations. Little minor inversions into the western valleys. Yeah, and even a little snow as we get into, again, Monday night and Tuesday. Perhaps an inch or two of accumulation Monday night into Tuesday. For tonight, temperatures down into the 20s and the 30s, windy off of the Rocky Mountain front. A few locations getting up into the teens in northeastern Montana. Teens, 20s to about 30 degrees in the central areas. Helena, right around the mid to upper 20s. Here's the forecast for A bright Black Friday for tomorrow. A lot of sunshine, 40s, and look at the 50s here. Lewistown 50, Great Falls 51, Jordan 52, Miles City up to 50 degrees. For Saturday, here comes this minor front. We will have some windy conditions for a lot of the state and temperatures into the 40s, but we're partly cloudy and maybe a few flakes of snow into the mountains. Sunday, mostly sunny skies, mid 40s for most of the state, windy across the plains, calm conditions in the western valleys. And here we go on Monday, a little low pressure kind of breaking the bubble, bursting the bubble, so to speak, of high pressure. And out ahead of that front, out ahead of that storm, we'll have temperatures into the 40s near 50. But Monday evening, as that front comes through, the temperatures will drop and some of that snow may start to drop as well. 7-day forecast for Helena. So we're in the mid 40s the next few days. Chilly at night, teens and 20s, but a lot of sunshine during the day. Monday night into Tuesday, a couple of snow showers. And again, possibility of a little accumulation, but we're back in the bubble on Wednesday and Thursday. Upper 30s to low 40s with mostly sunny skies. In Great Falls, unusual warmth here for the end of November, 40s to about 50 degrees. Monday night into Tuesday, watching the prospects for a little snow.
All right, thanks for that, Curtis. Coming up, a Great Falls teen inspires people across the world.
Montana's news leader. You're watching MTN News at 6.
Welcome back to the News at 6. I think we can all agree 2020 has not been an easy year, and it might feel harder than usual to find something to be thankful for. But MTN's Zach Shermley introduces us to a 19-year-old from Great Falls who is inspiring people all over the world to do just that.
We were completely destroying one side of the bridge.
It's a story that begins with a bridge coming down.
I got too close to the edge.
And ends with new bridges being built across the world.
Yeah, it took off like crazy.
About a year ago,
it was September 27th of 2019.
Lauren Showers had just graduated from high school.
And this was towards the end of the workday.
He was working in construction when a careless request.
So my boss asked me if I could hop in the forklift. I even told him, I was like, "Are you sure? I'm not qualified." And he was like, "Yeah, just move the water barrier real quick." And I was like, "Okay."
Turned tragic.
I was driving it across the bridge, got all the way to the other side pretty much of the bridge to where there was no guardrail. So the forklift, of course, dug into that dirt and started to tip up and give way. And then the forklift landed on my waist, my right forearm. And the muscle was like right next to me in the dirt.
He was mercy flighted to Seattle where he got a hemicorporectomy, a surgery where everything below the waist is amputated. Lauren spent 3 months in the hospital and 4 weeks in rehab.
Like that, yeah, and then squeeze.
Defying every doctor's expectation.
I hold these bags in place for him.
All the while with his girlfriend, now fiance,
we got engaged this past year,
at his side.
We're having to transport me in a wagon, a full wagon, because my bucket broke and I want to go check the mail. So
the pandemic has complicated Lauren's recovery.
Quarantine haircuts, take one.
But it hasn't kept them from living life to the fullest.
Look at that.
Still, he finds gratitude every day.
Not bad.
And millions watching.
Thankful to be alive and thankful to continue living.
In Great Falls, Zach Shermley, MTN News.
All right, and we'll wrap things up here on the News at 6 when we come back.
From Montana's news leader, you're watching MTN News at 6.
Welcome back to the News at 6, and we saved a sweet story for last. Rocky, the tiny owl found in the Rockefeller Center Christmas tree, is back in the wild. The adorable animal was released Tuesday after being treated at a wildlife rehabilitation facility. Workers discovered her sitting on a branch inside the Christmas tree upon its arrival to New York City. But her travel to the Big Apple was not a good one. She had gone days without eating or drinking. Rocky was taken to the Ravenbeard Wildlife Center for some much-needed R&R before she was ready to take flight. Now, in a Facebook post, the center called Rocky a tough little bird, adding they are happy to see her back in her natural habitat. All right, and that does it for the News at 6. I hope you're enjoying your dinner, maybe take a little nap, and we'll catch you back here with your latest news and weather at 10.